The NBA is filled with many stars from all over the world. As the game of basketball continues to expand, more great talents will start coming from other countries, where the road to the NBA for US high school ballers will be harder than ever. How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. A lot of the best players in the NBA today were selected outside the lottery. Some of them even became franchise players as the best players on their teams competing in the 2019 postseason. Here are 10 of the best non-lottery picks in today's NBA. Number 10, Tobias Harris, who's a solid fit for the 76ers. Having his best season at age 26, averaged 20 points, nearly 8 rebounds on almost 49% shooting with the Clippers and Sixers. Harris was selected 19 overall in the 2011 draft. The two players ahead of him were Iman Shumpert and Khris Middleton. Came up huge for Philly in Game 3 against the Nets with 29 points on a perfect 6 of 6 from 3, on verge of a potential max contract this coming summer. Harris is a good second option for a good team, an excellent third option for a contender, where his game's most effective when he doesn't dominate the ball. Although he's good at creating his own shot, he can play the 3 or 4 at 6'9", plays within the flow of the game, and doesn't force up upon himself. In 8 seasons, Harris been a journeyman, played for 5 different teams, continues to get better, and will enter the early prime of his career next season. If he remains in the East, an all-star selection is quite possible. Number 9, Lou Williams, who gets better with age. One of the best players this decade to never make an all-star team, Sweet Lou is favored to repeat as the 6th man of the year for the 3rd time in his career. His instant offense coming off the bench, as dangerous as anybody can get offensively when he's hot. In fact, his last 3 seasons, he was 30 to 32 years old. The 6'3" 2-guard averaged exactly 20 points a game. His first 11 seasons put together only 12.3 points, coming straight out of high school as the 45th overall pick in the 2005 draft, from averaging 1.9 points his rookie season, followed by 4.3 points his second season. And is now the closer down the stretch for his team, knocked down plenty of clutch shots for the Clippers all season, and making only $8 million on the year. Williams is one of the best bargains in the entire NBA. Number 8, Jrue Holiday, who was the 17th pick in the 2009 draft. In one of the most loaded classes, Holiday's name doesn't get mentioned enough. The 28-year-old had his best season with New Orleans, coming off averaging over 21 a game, nearly 8 assists, will likely repeat as first-team all-defense. In an anonymous player survey conducted by The Athletic, Holiday was picked as the league's most underrated player. Him and Pat Beverly are 2 of the best defensive point guards in the league today. Although he doesn't get talked about much by the media, the players have high respect for him. Number 7, Khris Middleton, who's proven to be a very reliable second option under Giannis for the best regular season team. Milwaukee's playing their best basketball in the playoffs right now. Came a long way after being selected 39th overall by the Detroit Pistons in the 2012 draft. Averaged over 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists in just 31 minutes of action this season between Celtics Bucks. Middleton's been the second best player all series, with Kyrie shooting struggles. The 6'7" small forward's an excellent complementary piece for any team in contention. He's cut down his long twos and became a very good 3-point shooter, taking over 6 threes a game. Number 6, Draymond Green, who was selected 35th overall in the 2012 draft. The 3-time All-Star does a little bit of everything, plays with high emotions and energy, guards all 5 positions. Despite not playing too well this year in the regular season, Green's been solid in the playoffs, had 16 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 blocks in Game 6 to close out the Clippers. Reached double digits in each of the first 4 games in the semis against Houston. When he plays well, Golden State's pretty much unbeatable. Rudy Gobert, who was the 27th overall pick in the 2013 draft, selected by the Nuggets, traded to the Jazz. Since he plays in the loaded West, the 7'1" Frenchman was snubbed out the All-Star game. Although his offensive game's limited and not flashy, Gobert's the best defensive big man in the league today. Averages close to 13 rebounds, almost 2.5 block shots. Since today's NBA is focused on high-power offense and outside shooting, Gobert's kind of forgotten and underappreciated amongst the star players since he's an old-school center. If he was playing for a big market team like the Knicks or Lakers, Rudy would be considered a legitimate star and be in the discussion as a top 15 to 20 player. The 26-year-old does a lot of things that don't pop up in the stat sheet and will continue to develop. Number 4, Jimmy Butler, who earned his max contract this summer. As a top 15 to 20 player in the game, Jimmy had one of the most amazing journeys to the NBA. From being homeless at age 13, he wasn't supposed to be in the league, worked his tail off, wasn't highly recruited, went to a junior college called Tyler in the state of Texas for a year, accepted a scholarship offer from Marquette's Buzz Williams, Faxed his letter of intent from a nearby McDonald's, had 3 great seasons with the Golden Eagles before being selected 30th overall in the 2011 draft, the very last pick of the first round. Jimmy worked tirelessly on his game, made 4 All-Star teams in 8 years. After showing his displeasure with the Bulls and Wolves, Jimmy's easily the second best player on the Sixers, who still got their chemistry issues. The 29-year-old's one of the best two-way players in the game, can take over and dominate a game offensively. Likely the 5th best small forward behind Durant, LeBron, Kawhi, and PG, Jimmy will always continue playing with a chip on his shoulder, showing tons of passion. I won't be surprised if he leaves Philly after this season. Number 3, Nikola Jokic, by far the best passing big man of this generation and a top 12 player in the league in my opinion. The Joker makes the game look easy. With the whole Nuggets team built around him, he was a nobody coming into the league. Drafted 41st overall without any hype, most experts would have taken him 1st overall. Knowing what they know now, has more win shares than the 1st and 2nd overall pick in his draft class combined. This season's already been a success for the 24-year-old Serbian native. With a win away from reaching the conference finals, the 7-footer has averages of 20.1 points, 10.8 rebounds, almost 7.5 assists in the regular season, will likely finish as a top 5 MVP candidate, but has been even more spectacular in the postseason. Already has 4 triple-doubles his first 11 games. Only Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson accomplished that, and he's been absolutely dominating this postseason. I won't be surprised if the Joker becomes the next player to average a triple-double for an entire season without padding his stats. He elevates his team to another level and a potential future MVP. Kawhi Leonard, who's playing absolutely out of his mind right now, was selected 15 overall after 2 seasons at San Diego State. Known for his two-way potential, only shot 25% from 3 in college. A couple lottery picks drafted ahead of him in Derek Williams and Jan Vesely's no longer in the NBA. One can make the argument Leonard's even a top 2 player in the game today. Put up averages of 26.6 points, 7.3 rebounds on nearly 50% shooting, has an unstoppable mid-range game combined with his amazing defense. His game has drawn comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, putting together an all-time great playoff masterpiece performance so far, averaging almost 35 points the first 5 games against Philly on over 58% shooting, grabbing nearly 10 rebounds and 4 assists. He takes over anytime he wants, gets any shot he wants, constantly destroys Jimmy Butler, Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid. Before Leonard's injury in 2017, some say he was the 2nd best player behind LeBron, and right now he's proving to the world he's easily a top 5 player in the game at the very least. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who was also selected 15 overall in the underwhelming 2013 class. He didn't make much noise coming into the league. Besides people trying to pronounce his last name, he was considered the most mysterious player in the draft, with tons of upside, built for the long term, and that he was compared to Nicolas Batum, but the Greek freak kept getting better every year. Now at 6'11", bulked up to 241 pounds of muscle, Giannis is unlike anything anyone has ever seen. With those long strides combined with his speed and guard skills, he's virtually unstoppable at 24 years old, on his way in winning his first of likely many MVPs. He's absolutely owned the Celtics, had a masterful 39.16 rebound performance in Game 4, just too strong and too big for any defenders. There's simply no answers for him. Giannis can also win Defensive Player of the Year and has proven himself as one of the best rim protectors and perimeter defenders in the game. The scary thing is, he's still 3 years away from his prime. Honorable mentions includes Pascal Siakam, who will likely win Most Improved Player, will likely be an all-star next season the way he's improving. Nikola Vucevic, who's lost some stock after an awful first-round playoff performance. Kyle Lowry, who's overrated. Eric Bledsoe, Montrezl Harrell, an aging Marc Gasol, a past his prime Hassan Whiteside, and an older Paul Millsap. Thank you so much for watching this video. I love all of you. See you next time.